Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 62 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. Bong bong, mashallah. Hope you guys are doing well and all that jazz. Do you like jazz? It is a beautiful day here on the channel in real life land. And I hope you guys are having a smashing day or night, whatever the case may be, and are ready to check out some more Pillars with me. Episode 62. We're going to get it in. Let's see here. See where we're at. We're in the Crucible Keep, apparently. See where we left off. Okay, we were going to look for the forge.
Sure.
We didn't pick that out yet? This is the guy was right. Oh, camping supply. Right, so we're in the Crucible Keep.
Consider it done.
We're going to pick this lock and take what's inside.
Give me
Quickly.
a real challenge.
A Peridot. Novitiate. Tongues of flame lick at the forge, hissing with smoke as hot as dragon's breath. Only the best soldiers get to patrol the palace. There's Dunstan. Tongs, hardies, hammers, fullers, and punch tools hang from the wall. They feel heavy and sturdy, but their flame-darkened surfaces testify to frequent use. Alright, let's meet the best smith in Defiance Bay, Dunstan.
If this is about the breastplates, I already told Cleaver they won't be repaired till next week.
The dwarf bustles between a sweltering forge fire and a work table. He wipes one muscle-knotted arm across his brow. What do you do here?
I'm a forge master. I'm a master smith for the Crucible Knights. But the way I see it, I'm also keeping up with our old traditions. The first members of our order were smiths. Nowadays, most everyone's a professional soldier. I suppose it's to be expected, but I think it's important we keep up with our roots, too.
He hefts a hammer in one hand. Something else on your mind? Tell me about the knights.
We were all smiths back in Hodred's day, though I'm about the only one here who still gets his hands dirty. We're a fearsome fighting force, though these days I think Cleaver takes more pride in our parade formations.
He laughs. He thinks himself a progressive man, but he's obsessed with soul lineages and connections to the Deerwoods heroes of old. He picks up his hammer again. Other than Dunreed Rowe, who really knows about any of that, though? Show him the pieces of the blade of the endless paths. I found several fragments of an ancient sword. Do you think you could repair it? Dunstan gives a low whistle. That's a fine blade indeed. He holds one fragment in his rough hands. Looks endearing, special made. Must have been a commission for a champion of some sort. He hands the shard back to you. A sword of this caliber would have had a specially designed hilt, too. It'd be a shame to graft anything else onto it, and besides, it'll balance best with all the original pieces. You find the rest of it, and I'll forge it for you. Goodbye. Alright, so Dunstan will in fact forge us
I shall be discreet.
the Blade of Endless Paths. Let's come down this way. Were we in here?
Consider it done.
We've got different lockers.
Give me a real challenge.
Oh, a fine leather armor and a small horn helm. Look at all the lockers.
Consider it done.
They're all keeping their good gear in here.
There. What did I tell you?
271 pawns and a potion of mirrored image. That's different.
Consider it done. There. What did I tell you?
303 pawns and an S-stock. Wow, the goods are in here.
There.
Getting the
What did I
XP,
tell you?
216 pawns and a rod. Let's come back here. Thick grime cakes the bottom of the tub. The towel hanging from the side gives off an awful stench. Oh, there's a tub there? Okay. Still looking for secrets. Of course. Let's go up in there. Alright. I guess that would be pretty much it. No, there's still more, I think. We've been in here. There's Penhelm. Just a car, just a car. These blades are razor sharp. Yeah, there's still more. So let's talk to Penhelm.
Welcome.
The young novitiate's armor is recently shined and his hair is clean and neatly combed. It's hard to believe he's ever seen battle or that the scarred antique breastplate he wears could possibly be his. Are you looking for something? Tell me about the Knights of the Crucible. We're the primary defenders of Defiance Bay. The Order's founders were the first to rally for Deerwood and independence. He waves his hand. Of course, that's ancient history now. Now we're the most prestigious company of soldiers in the Deerwood. It's a glorious line of work. He scrunches up his nose. If you can forget about the barracks, that is. Was there anything else? How does one become a knight? We don't take just anyone. Our members share soul legacies with the very men and women who defended this land a century and a half ago. He shifts his weight and coughs. Anyhow, Commander Cleaver's responsible for initiations, but he rarely accepts foreigners. Does the name Osric sound familiar? If you've got any self-respect, you won't associate with him, or with any of his new friends at the Expedition Hall for that matter. Scamps and delinquents, a lot of them. We have Penhelm's affidavit. But we just picked it up, not knowing what it was. What's the story between you two? Osric always held some controversial opinions, but they went overlooked for the longest time because his family has such an extensive history of service in the Crucible Knights. He frowns and crosses his arms. He finally went too far. He had the gall to suggest that we had strayed too far from our roots, that some of our officers were beginning to resemble a dear nobility. He rubs a spot on his bracer with a silk handkerchief. He would have us all wear rough spun and fight with forge hammers. I merely reported his statements. That history made the Knights what they are now. You can't just cast it aside. We've outgrown that past. He waves a shining gauntlet. Sometimes you just need to move on. Sagani frowns. Outgrown it like an old sealskin coat? You adapt with the times, sure, but that's a bit naive. Is that his breastplate you're wearing? It was. He looks down and admires it. It became property of the Crucible Knights when he was discharged. Now it's mine. And it's not for sale, if that's what you're wondering. Not every day you find armor that was used in the rebellion. He says your affidavit is a forgery? I don't remember that. Enough about Osric. On that we can agree. Farewell. Rogue Knight, addendum added. Bring Penhelm's affidavit to Curran? Curran, the cipher who signed off on Penhelm's affidavit, works at Hodred House in Brackenbury. Wait, find the Heirloom Breastplate. Oh, okay. Osric, a trainer at the Expedition Hall in Copper Lane, told me that his breastplate would be somewhere in the Crucible Keep in First Fires. He also mentioned that Penhelm, the keeper of the armory, was one of the officers who had him expelled and is unlikely to return the heirloom willingly. He believes his rival might have forged a document from Dunreed Row verifying the purity of his soul. If I can prove Penhelm's forgery, I may have some leverage to get the breastplate back. So Curran, the cipher who signed off on Penhelm's affidavit, works at Hodred House in Brackenbury. He should know for certain whether or not the affidavit is genuine. Okay, so bring Penhelm's affidavit to Curran.
Margaren's fire.
I totally forgot about that. Let's maybe come in here if we haven't. No, that's... Have we been down there? I haven't seen Cleaver. Let's adjust the car. We've clearly been in here, judging by all the missing loot. We've been in here too, right? We haven't been upstairs. We've been in there, and I think we've been in here too because someone was in here. Yeah, Wyla. And I guess we were over here and up there. Okay. We just need to head upstairs. And we'll have explored the Crucible Keep, which is a nice big keep. Oh, okay. This must be where Cleaver is. Commander Cleaver.
We just don't have the manpower.
This document estimates the flow of refugees over the past 3 months. The figures grow by the week. This map shows the environs surrounding Defiance Bay. Flags mark strategic access points to the city. Ooh. Might be able to...
I see where you're going with that.
One party lockpicks. We have 35. I'll take one.
Give me a real challenge.
210. Oh, a fine warbow.
Hey.
Yeah, go ahead and grab that. Fine warbow. Give it to Sagani. Brigandine and Open Helm to the stash. Nice.
Sure.
More stuff over here. Beautiful.
Consider it done.
Pick that lock. A plate armor and a hunting bow. Nice. Edict of Arrest. Development of a Crucible Knight Part 1. Lower ranks.
Sure.
Come down here. Development of a Crucible Part 2. Senior ranks. I'll take it. We'll talk to Cleaver. Alright, let's go, son.
Refugees from every corner of the Deerwood. The dozens getting them all riled up about animancy. At this rate, we'll need twice the soldiers to patrol Defiance Bay. Yes? Can I help you with something?
He opens his mouth to say something to one of his men, but he follows the soldier's gaze over his shoulder to you. And Commander Cleaver stands in front of a massive table studying a map. His expression is set in a grim frown. Why don't you have enough soldiers? You're in charge of the Crucible Knights? You're in Defiance Bay, anyhow. The High Justice is the leader of our order, but he's currently stationed at Fleetbreaker Castle. My job is to oversee our forces in Defiance Bay and to keep order for the Duke. Was there something else I can do for you? Tell me about the Knights of the Crucible. He crosses his hands behind his back. We're the only professional army in Defiance Bay, or in the Deerwood for that matter. We defended the city in Hadrit's day. We've improved our training since then, but Dunreed Rowe can certify that many of our officers come from good Deerwood and fighting stock. Now we're responsible for patrolling the city and keeping the peace. With so many refugees pouring in from the countryside, that's become more important than ever. Unfortunately, that's earned us enemies, particularly among the dozens and some of the more enterprising families in Defiance Bay. What do the dozens have against you? He snorts. They're demagogues and troublemakers. They forget that Defiance Bay is one of the largest cities in the world and not some frontier outpost. Most of them are mercenaries on a good day and street thugs the rest of the time. Needless to say, they've no patience for law and order. Tell me about these enterprising families. House Dueminel, namely. They're one of the city's oldest noble families and its largest criminal organization. Their patriarch, Gedmar, has been trying to take advantage of the turmoil to expand his operations. We've kept on top of him, and he hasn't been too happy about that. I see. Was there something else? Why don't you have enough soldiers?
Fleetbreaker Castle. The High Justice has summoned almost half of my novitiates and more of my justiciars to a keep on the other side of New Hailmar. It's not for me to question the High Justice's orders, but it's left us short-handed. And mark me, we're just a couple sparks away from anarchy.
Frustration flickers behind his eyes. Justiciars, okay. I thought they were justicars. For a second, he looks off, as if he won't say anything, but he surrenders his resolve with a sigh. With so many newcomers, can't you just recruit more soldiers? More recruits means more training, which means more time from experienced soldiers that I don't have. He half turns away from you. Anyhow, I hardly see how any of this is your concern, but if you've got the time to ask me about it, then perhaps you've got time to do something constructive. Forge Master Dunstan is working with an animancy scholar to build what we're calling Forge Knights, warriors that can patrol our streets without suffering fatigue, disobedience, or fear. Some agitator throws a rock at him, we don't have to worry about things getting out of hand. He's constructed the armor, but we need the scholar's research. Unfortunately, she hasn't been around the last few times my novitiates have checked. Fiona lives with the rest of the Scriveners out in Copper Lane, but I haven't the soldiers to spare at the moment. Go to the Scrivener's dormitory and see if you can find her. When you get the research, just bring it to Dunstan. This is his areas of expertise anyway. Once you've brought him the research, he can sell you any arms or armor if you have need. He forges and repairs all of our equipment. You won't find a more capable smith in Defiance Bay. Goodbye. New quest, go to the Scrivener's dormitory in Copper Lane. We can do that. Let's see, we've been up there, we've been up to the forge. Been in that room with Penhelm. Justiciars. Alright, so maybe we'll just head over there to Copper Lane again. Get the research, and then we can buy arms and armor from the Crucible Knights. Maybe this will let us get there. Copper Lane, 15 minutes. Alright, let me check something. What are we doing in the Keep? Bleak Hollow Bandits. It's home by the Shackler. Not enough money. $23.99. I think we have something building. 2 days, 16 hours. Okay. Scrivener's dormitory. Look for Viana. Corin.
How do you do?
Corin sways slightly from side to side. Your skin's still green, but you've lost your ducks. Looking for Viana. I like Viana. She's always talking about metal men, which is strange since I'm pretty sure she doesn't eat snowcap. His brow wrinkles. I don't talk about metal men either, and I do eat snowcap. Huh. 558 XP. Anyway, she's not here right now. Flew away to Andra's gift to meet her friend Bessia. No, Clessia. Yes, Clessia. Clessia is the friend she's gone to meet. In Andra's gift. In a house, not a boat. North house. Empty house. Andra's gift has a lot of boats. We should go rowing sometime. He beams at you and nods his head. Farewell. Search for her in Andra's gift. We've been all in here pretty much, I think. Taxes collected. Lost 5 copper to bandits. How much was collected? 690. Whoa. That's awesome. 690, son. I want to see what the next payday is before hiring more vagabonds and the like. See how much 3 of them cost me. We finally got taxes that weren't taken all by bandits. Awesome. Alright, should we head to Andre's gift? I guess. Oh, can't from here. Well, there was something else to do in Brackenberry. I think. Curran, yes, works at Hodred House. I don't know if we've been in Hodred House. Where the heck is Hodred House? Oh, down there. Yeah, I don't know if we've been there. I can't remember going in Hodred House.
I'm on the trail.
Were we in here? No, this is new. Don't read agent. There are no secrets in Defiance Bay, not while we're around. Curran's wasting his time with those disappearances. Curran. Wait, were we in here? Yeah, it would appear we were. Okay. Yeah. This map shows the environs surrounding Defiance Bay. Flags mark strategic access points. Yeah, I remember this now. There's Curran.
Gods keep you.
Curran's quick hands are busy with the mountain of scrolls before him. Hello again, my mysterious friends. Show him Penhelm's affidavit. Is this affidavit real? It's signed by you. He holds the page but seems to stare through the words as if as something woven in the fabric of the paper. Curran bares his pointed teeth. I remember Penhelm, a preening peacock of a man, his mouth dry and hands moist when I told him he was the sole descendant of an Adiran general, one who'd fought against Hodred's rebellion. 336 XP. He scans the affidavit. A forgery, and not the first I've seen. He hands it back to you, but I've no time for the knights and their obsessions. Bring this to his commander, Cleaver, and show him the seal. He points to the wax stamped by his forged signature. If he compares it with another, he should be able to spot the difference. Alof's gaze flickers to you. Doom a man for the soul of the gods. Doom a man for the soul the gods gave him? Seems rather unfair. Looks like you need some help. Alright, Lady Webb, farewell. Alright, you have to show the affidavit to Commander Cleaver.
They'll never know I'm here.
Yeah, we already checked this out. Alright, we'll head back to, oh dang, what do we have here? Penhelm. Penhelm's face is white. Just talked to that little cipher, did you? One of my novitiates told me he'd seen someone in the records room. He takes a slow step toward you, extending his hand. Give me the affidavit. I've done nothing to you. His other hand comes to rest next to his sword. Your superiors deserve to know the truth. What truth? That over a century ago I was some Adirian whose dust in the ground now? His hand grips the sword pommel. I'll ask you one more time. Give that back. I'm not interested in fighting you. Then you should have minded your own business. He draws his sword. I won't let you destroy my career over this. Okay, here we go. Got a novitiate back there. Novitiates.
How may I help?
What did he cast? Interdiction, Zealous Force. Alright, let's have Durance interdict them. You attack Penhelm. Sagani, come up here.
Yes?
Kana, you get dual wielding. Come up here. Attack that one. Sagani, attack Penhelm. Oh, we're in good position
Hey
here. I'll come over here. Take care of that guy.
Hey.
Adair can step up and take there. I'll get into stag mode.
Yes.
Aloth can throw crushing damage in there. Perfect. We got everybody covered here. You can knock him down.
Ready, Watcher.
Durance. Dire Blessing. Damage reduction of allies in the area of effect. Let's get a little blessing going. Kana, attack there. Durance, attack there.
How may I help?
How are we looking? Injured. Penhelm's injured. Let's attack this guy. Badly injured. Another round of crushing damage. Down goes that guy.
Yes?
Who do we have here? Myself, attack there. Kana.
Yes?
Attack there. Durance, attack there. That one's injured. Go ahead and try to knock him down again. Down goes Penhelm.
Ready, Watcher.
Oh no, he just got knocked down. Pretty nice. Go attack Penhelm.
Following your
Kana,
lead.
go attack that one.
What?
Durance, attack that one. Aloth, attack that one. Updated Rogue Knight.
Yeah?
There's holding in there. We're all blessed up. Beautiful. Flawless victory. Well, I guess that's it for Penhelm. 2 skates, a swola. Some gear. Let's see what Penhelm was using. Osric's family's breastplate. 6 fennings. In the quest item. Breastplate, swords. Alright, return to Osric with the breastplate. Found the heirloom breastplate. Let's take a look at it. It doesn't actually show up in the inventory. One of those invisible
Yeah?
quest items. Very nice though. Let's go up here. Go back to Copper Lane. Knitting. Cool. Cool. Success. Penhelm brought some novitiates. Wasn't enough, I'm afraid.
In Takoa, we have a memorial for the Saints' War. They say a Rawatai artillery master contributed to the Godhammer bomb. I wondered if...
Of course. You want Rawatai to be a part of this history.
Huh.
Know about how your people helped the Deerwood. Maybe your Ranganui lied, Amawa.
On second thought, I'll ask Adair.
Amawa. That's how he pronounced it. So that's what we're going to go with. Adair wants to talk to us, I just see. I just saw. We have to head over here, all the way over to the expedition hall. Which I want to say is right here, right? Yeah. We can hit the marketplace as well. Oh, maybe. No. We should get a piece of point of reputation with the expedition hall now. Returning this. Let me know how it goes with the knights. Is this the armor you wanted? Osric wavers a moment in disbelief. He looks at you, then back at the breastplate. He reaches for it slowly, as if expecting it to disappear before he can touch it. How did you manage this? You were right about the affidavit. Unfortunately, Penhelm forced me into a fight. A shame it ended like that, but he's the lying weasel who started this. You did all I asked, and you are owed much. He withdraws a leather coin purse from his pocket and hands it to you. Stop by Sonild's shop on the other side of the hall. She sells some of the best gear in the city, and I'll see that she opens her inventory to you. What is this armor to you anyway? Osric looks around. 2,000 copper, 1686 experience. Osric looks around, trying to appear casual. It's nothing really, just a keepsake. He tries to look you in the eye, but when he does, he appears to reconsider. He sighs. It commemorates the Order of Magrin, highest order of valor, awarded to the dead, never the living. Us Deerwoodans, real Deerwoodans, we don't have nobility or birthrights, unless you're some copper fucker from a deer. All we got's the honor we bring to our family name. Copper freaker. There's a new one. So this, he pauses, considering the weathered metal, a pale image of its former self, but still catching the light, is something to live up to. Got business with me? Farewell. Rogue Knight and Sonild's shop. Back here. On the other side of the hall. Down here, okay. Nice, son. Let's go. Sonild, we can't get in his
Gods
chest.
keep you.
So the wilds haven't claimed you yet, she smiles. Good to see you again. Show me your wares. Whoa, she's got exceptional stuff. Exceptional stuff. Exceptional arbalest. Oh my gosh. Fine pistol. Fine blunderbuss. Yeah, she's got some fine stuff, yo. Bracers of all-consuming range. Of might +2, constitution +1. Wow. When the husband and children of Elena Skyleaver were captured by Terween the Blackhearted, she and her troops besieged his castle, hoping to negotiate her family's return. Instead, Terween had them impaled on the battlements while Elena watched from below. Upon seeing the atrocity, Elena abandoned all rational thought and ran screaming toward Terween's castle, fists first in anguish, then in rage. To the surprise of all present, Elena suddenly stopped screaming and burst into flames, supposedly touched by Margaret herself. Terween's soldiers loosed their arrows, but Elena didn't even slow. She struck the castle gates like a battering ram, bursting through and scattering Terween's soldiers. Desperate to escape her fury, those who remained threw their master into her path. Her flames engulfed him, and no one knows if the unearthly scream that followed came from him or from her. But within minutes, both of them had burnt to ashes. Only these bracers survived. These bracers are made of bronze covered in a dark green patina. Etched into the metal is a picture of a slender humanoid engulfed in flames. Strangely enough, the humanoid has no head, only two blue orbs where the eyes would normally be. Wow, dandy hat of the diseased yak. The legend behind this hat is that it once belonged to a famed prince of a small kingdom that was conquered and absorbed into the Adiran Empire. The prince and his court were known for their outlandish dress, but not, unfortunately, for prowess in battle. In fact, when the prince learned that the Adiran army was marching toward him, he threw a fabulous party to welcome the invaders. This hat survived the war and subsequent occupation and has been traded in many a dark corner by those wishing to further their social standing with a panache lined with garish purple silk and adorned with a large chartreuse feather. This hat makes a strong, if questionable, fashion statement to resolve -1 intellect. Snurf's Folly, Bile Stompers, Cloak of the Fox and Hunter. Oh, look at all this stuff she has. Berserker's Belt, only usable by Barbarian. We'll get into all this soon. It's almost the end of the episode. Snurf's Folly ring. Once belonging to the wife of a noted animancer known as Snurf, this white gold wedding ring is set with a central pink stone flanked by 2 small diamonds. The shine of the gem stands in stark contrast to the grimy, worn band. It is rumored that while his love was ill and on the brink of death, the desperate animancer performed a radical experiment to merge her soul with his. According to most versions of the tale, her already weakened body was unable to withstand the strain of the binding. While this process extinguished the little life left in her body, it overwhelmed her soul, fragmenting it into oblivion. Overcome with guilt and despair, the once great man lived out the last of his days in a Svef-induced madness, holding on to the hope that he might somehow glimpse traces of her soul amongst his own pitiful reflection. +1 resolve and +2 constitution. Very nice ring. These boots were created in a small village in the Living Lands that is bordered by a toxic swamp and frequently overrun by venomous weeds. Though the hard soles have withstood years of use, the edges of the leather show signs of corrosion. It's believed that some of the venom has seeped into the boots. Grants minor fetid caress, 3 per rest, and +5 damage reduction corrode. That's pretty cool, fetid caress. Cloak of the Fox and Hunter. A Deerwood legend tells the story of a hunter who spent days in the woods trying to find food for her family. In her first trap, she caught a boar. "Please, great hunter," the boar begged when she approached. "I am no ordinary boar. I'm the ruler of my kind. If you free me, I will reward you greatly." So the hunter freed the boar, who ran off laughing, never to be seen again. Her second trap caught a turkey. "Please, powerful hunter," the turkey said when she approached. "I am no ordinary turkey. I'm the ruler of my kind. If you free me, you will get rewards such that you cannot imagine." So the hunter released the turkey, who also ran off laughing, never to be seen again. The final trap held a fox. "Please, mighty hunter," the fox began as she approached. "I will not free you," said the hunter. "Already I have lost 2 wonderful meals. I will not lose a third. If you truly will reward me, then I will free you, but you must leave something of yours behind so I know you will return." So the fox left behind the length of its legs, enchanting the hunter's cape with its grace and reflexes. The fox returned to its kind, but was rejected for its short-legged appearance. "You look like a dog," her fellows taunted. No longer welcome among her kind, the fox returned to the hunter and offered another deal. She would aid the hunter in all endeavors as payment for her life. This cloak represents the bargain between the fox and the hunter. Weathered and worn, this cloak is tan with light splotches. When pulled over the head, the corners look like erect dog ears. Grants summon noble creature, 1 per rest, plus 5 will and 9 reflex. Summon noble creature summons a beagle dog. Oh my gosh. 1 per rest. The Munakra Aret. This exquisite piece was crafted by alchemists for a secret society of aristocrats in Old Valia. Throughout its history, it has graced the ocular orbits of scheming nobles, influential politicians, and charming salesmen. The dark brass monocle features intricate gear and leaf filigree along the rim. It confers sophistication and carries the unmistakable scent of old money. Grants Whisper of Treason 3 per rest, plus 12 will. Whisper of Treason, range 7 meters, speed fast, affects Charmed for 10 seconds. Charmed target fights on behalf of the enemy at reduced capacity. Speed, accuracy, and all defenses are reduced by 25. Charmed is exclusive, meaning a character can only have 1 charmed affliction at a time. A newer one will dispel any older present, also at an accuracy plus 10 versus will. But I'm going to save here, guys. I hope you enjoyed this very fun episode for me. Feel free to join me next time. We're going to continue playing and seeing what's what here. We'll probably do some more shopping, maybe sell some stuff from the stash, and then head, who knows, wherever the winds take us. So, hope to see you guys then. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, please like, comment, subscribe, as always. And just a heads up, but if you want to be a huge help to the channel and me, you can become a member. Information's in the description of the video, along with the links you'll need, like the link to my Patreon and so forth. So, hope to see you all next time. Until then, be well, live well, stay well. Much love, peace, and joy. So much more fun to have and content to explore. Just awesome stuff, guys. One-of-a-kind game and one of my favorites by far that I've played in a long time. Alright, guys. See you then. Ciao for now.